Hey there, my name is Megan and I am the ultimate hype witch. I just got off of the phone with my grandmother and I am so blessed to have 3 out of my 4 grandparents still alive and with me on this plane of existence. And I get to speak to them a lot. And recently, my other grandparents on my mother's side just celebrated their 65th wedding anniversary. 65 years. They had 5 kids, they have 11 grandkids, and they're about to welcome our first great grandkid in the family, and we're so excited. Literally any day the baby is coming. And so we're all just ramping up and getting ready for welcoming in our newest generation, which is so fun and exciting for everyone. But anyways, I digress. So I got to talk to my grandparents a few weeks ago, and on the day of their anniversary, I only got to talk to my grandmother, and I was like, what is the secret to a long-lasting relationship? It's a question I ask so many people, especially if I meet someone's parents who have been together for so long. I'll always ask them what their advice is to maintaining a long-term relationship. And my grandmother, she goes, I don't know. She goes, respect, respect for the other person. And she goes, and we always got along really well. She's like, it definitely helps, just getting along with your person and having respect. It's such a beautiful response, right? And then a few days later, it was my grandfather's 86th birthday. So I got to talk to him on the phone, and we could have a full conversation. And I asked him, I go, well, Pap, what do you think is the secret to a long-lasting relationship? And he immediately, no hesitation, says, you have to take care of your mate first. It's you have to put your mate before you. It's what can I do? How can I help her? And if there's kids, you put the kids first. And he says, if, it's not always bad, or it's not all bad, but it's not all good. And I go, dang. And, then he led to sharing more wisdom, but it really stuck with me, and I just loved both responses. And then, of course, shared a little bit more, and he says, and we always got along with each other. And I was like, that's so beautiful to hear both of them say, we got along really well. And I think, if you're together with someone for 65 years, there's a lot of life happens, right? Think about all the life that happens just in one calendar year, and you compound that by 65. And so, and you add more family and all the things happen. But yeah, it was so beautiful. And I just felt so grateful to have them, to even be able to ask them that and actually seek their wisdom. And, after I talked to my grandfather, I really started thinking about, all of these relationship coaches and all these people looking for their person and all of this pressure that people put on their partners and desiring all of these things from them. And then I just go, in a society where we basically have everything handed to us, you can work really hard, you can get a job, you don't have to be out there harvesting your food anymore. You can order everything on your phone if you want to, whether it's your groceries or your restaurant of choice. You don't even have to leave your couch, right? We are in a time of convenience. And so what do? We focus on improving ourselves, right? And and we focus on that. And that's beautiful. If something comes up and it's an opportunity for you to heal something that maybe you have never looked at, or you're finally shifting your perspective and seeing something with new eyes, that's a beautiful, glorious thing. But at the end of the day, it's dang, you really just want to be with your person who you get along with, who respects and adores you and is going to be your teammate through everything. And I think that, if you're living in this reciprocity of always trying to be the giver and even with the intention of always looking out for your mate, like that's so beautiful and so powerful, because if both partners are always looking out for their mate, then that means everyone's taken care of. Doesn't matter who's actually taking the action, because the reciprocity is there. Like the intention for that container is so, it's based in service of the other. And it's just wildly beautiful. And so I was sharing it with my other grandmother on my father's side, and I shared what my grandfather said, and she goes, that's exactly how Pop, like her husband, treated her. And she goes, that's exactly it. And she's like, and then when he couldn't take care of me anymore, I got to take care of him. And she goes, and I was so grateful to do it, because he would always take care of me. And she goes, and I never had to worry, because I always knew that he would have my back no matter what I did. And it's just so powerful. And I'm so grateful to have two separate, like, stable relationships. Like my other grandparents, they were married for 54 years too. And, they're both just like this walking embodiment of like what it means to be an institution, and like to build that respect for each other, and like putting family first and putting the other person first, and actually building a team. And I don't know, I feel so grateful and so blessed to have them in my life still, and to have had them as role models for me growing up, because as in this world of dating that everyone has experienced to some extent, or friends or family members in this dating world, you can really get lost in getting a little too nitpicky, or judging someone a lot before you really know the full story, or all the things, like shutting someone down, or all of that. And I was never pressured growing up to like be in a relationship or to do this. I was like always encouraged to just like book the flight, go on the trip, go on my adventures, like go wherever I needed to go and have that, because they were like, you're doing it right. Like you take care of yourself now, and then when the person comes along, it's going to make so much sense, and they're going to have your back, you're going to have their back, and then it's just going to be even more beautiful, and you get to build that life together. But right now, like, live your life for you. But yeah, so just a beautiful little story and a share from my little corner of the universe, and what wisdom has been coming through lately in my world. And I wanted to share it with y'all, and I hope this message finds you well. Would love to hear your thoughts, and if anyone else has grandparents or parents who have been together for forever, and whatever their wisdom is, I would love to hear it. But anyways, I hope you have a lovely evening. Bye.